What is up, everyone? Corn O'Keefe back yet again, and as the title implies, I'm bringing you How Strong is Wolverine, aka James Howlett, aka Logan, from Marvel Comics and the X-Men as a whole. And for this video, I will be sticking with the 616 Wolverine. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Now, starting off, I think we should go over Wolverine's own attack potency and his own physicality. Now, to find out just how much physical attack potency and how hard this badass can actually punch, we must actually look at characters who Wolverine has went up against, traded blows with, and took down in terms of physicality. And a character that comes to mind would be Deadpool. And as we know, Wolverine, on several occasions, has been able to go blow for blow with Deadpool, damaged him, and even took him down on an occasion. And the thing that we need to keep in mind here about Deadpool is, Deadpool has shown consistently that he can actually endure and tank multi-city block level explosions. For example, when he took a large explosion, he was dead in the center of it. This explosion created a large crater. Now, this explosion was actually calculated to be a little over 117 tons of TNT, which is comfortably multi-city block, reaching the multi-city block plus ranges in terms of durability for Deadpool. And I will leave a link to that full calculation in the description below, as I did not personally make it myself, but I will leave it down below so you all can go check it out if you feel the need to do that. So yes, if Deadpool can actually endure and tank these types of explosions with only a small scratch afterwards, and yet Wolverine has been able to actually damage him, make him bleed, and take him down for the count on an occasion as well, that logically means Wolverine, with his own physical attack potency, has to be punching with at least multi-city block level of attack potency, folks. But as I mentioned, this is only his own physical attack potency. We haven't talked about his adamantium claws yet, now have we? You see, his adamantium claws have actually allowed him to damage characters like World War Hulk, Thor, and even Gladiator himself. And one important thing to keep in mind here is, all of these characters should easily have solar system, if not solar system plus level of durability. And this is actually shown because we actually see World War Hulk go up against and actually stalemate base Sentry. And keep in mind, World War Hulk and Sentry himself were both holding back in this situation when they stalemated each other. And if we know anything about the Sentry, it's that he's been confirmed to have the power of 1 million exploding suns. And obviously World War Hulk would be comparable and on par with that same Sentry. And we know Thor is actually on par with somebody like Silver Surfer, who has flown through supernovas for fun before, and heck, Thor himself has actually took a solar system sized ship blowing up on him before, with barely any damage dealt. And as we know, Gladiator himself is on the same level, at least comparable to somebody like Thor and World War Hulk. And to put the cherry on top for you folks, Wolverine has actually cut through chains that was actually able to bind Hercules himself. You know, the same Hercules who is at bare minimum on the level of Thor. Now, I'm sure you're wondering just how fast this badass actually is. Well, folks, that's what we're about to find out. You see, Wolverine has actually been able to react to Cyclops' optic blast. He's been able to dodge it and redirect it. And if we know anything about Cyclops' optic blast, his optic blast has been confirmed several times in the comics to move at the speed of light. And as mentioned earlier, Wolverine has consistently kept up with Deadpool as well. And as we know, Deadpool himself has consistently dodged Cyclops' optic blast as well. Wolverine being on this level of reaction time and short burst combat speed makes a lot of sense when you also consider the fact Wolverine has also kept pace with his buddy Beast, and as we know, Beast himself has confirmed that he himself can react in nanoseconds. So yes, it is easy to see Wolverine has at least relativistic to the speed of light reaction time and short burst combat speed, if not baseline FTL, depending on how you calculate it. Now I'm sure you're wondering just how durable this badass is. How much can he endure? Well, his own physical durability should also be multi-city block at least, seeing as, well, the force you can actually exert is usually the force you can take, and he can also take blows from multi-city block level characters like Deadpool himself. However, damaging his adamantium skeleton is another story. You see, his adamantium skeleton has actually endured punches from World War Hulk himself. Heck, World War Hulk himself even admitted he wouldn't be able to fully kill Wolverine or break his skeleton, so he literally had to punch him enough until his brains were actually mushed in his skull and he was unconscious. And keep in mind, it took more than one hit to accomplish this. But as we all know, if you do manage to actually damage his physical body, well, he has that crazy regeneration capability that we all know and love. Heck, his regeneration has allowed him to regenerate from being smack dab in the middle of a nuclear bomb, folks. Yes, this nuclear bomb completely and utterly ripped all of his skin off of his metal bone, and all that was left was a small piece of his brain, which allowed him to fully regenerate back to his normal self. And if you actually want to learn more about his actual regeneration capabilities and healing factor, I actually recommend going to check out a video from Tyler over at the Imaginary Access about Wolverine's healing factor and can Wolverine die. And I'll leave a link to that video down below so you can go get a more in-depth analysis on his regeneration capabilities and healing factor, folks. Now, it is also worth noting Wolverine himself actually has resistance to psychic-based attacks and mental attacks. Heck, he's actually resisted the command of Emma Frost before. He's also gone through plenty of mental training in his days as well. And as we know, he's one of the best martial artists and hand-to-hand combatants in the Marvel Universe. Heck, he's over 130 years old. Plenty of experience under his belt, that's for sure. So in conclusion, Wolverine, with his own physical attack potency, should easily be multi-city block, if not multi-city block plus. His adamantium claws allow him to damage characters that have solar system to solar system plus level durability. He can take blows from Deadpool, aka multi-city block level attack potency. His adamantium skeleton was not broken from being hit by World War Hulk. And if he does get damaged, well, that's where his crazy regeneration comes into play, folks. And on top of that, he has crazy resistance to psychic-based attacks. And on top of that, he has over 130 years of experience under his belt. And there you have it. There's my video on how strong is Wolverine. Let me know what you all think down below in the comments section. If you have any more requests that you want me to do in the future for any video whatsoever, let me know that as well down below. Hope y'all enjoyed this video for what it actually was. As always, have a blessed day, folks. Peace.